Welcome to Sinnoh, a mountainous Pokemon region with a dark secret underneath it. I'm C-Diddily, and today I'm going to embark on a Nuzlocke in Brilliant Diamond to explore the dark secrets underneath Sinnoh. Under Sinnoh is an elaborate network of underground tunnels where Pokemon live. Unfortunately, these Pokemon have never seen the surface. My goal for this Nuzlocke is to get as many Pokemon topside as I physically can, defeat the Pokemon League so I can incite change in Sinnoh as its head honcho, and hopefully one day give these dark-dwelling Pokemon a taste of sunlight permanently. Unfortunately, I cannot access the underground until I reach Eterna City, the home of the second gym. So for the start of this game, until I reach that checkpoint, I'll be using speedrun tactics for the game, which is why I've picked Chimchar as my starter, who will be a key instrument in allowing me to start my journey of liberation. Much like the start of any Pokemon game, I picked up my starter Pokemon, got the Pokedex from the region's professor, said goodbye to my mum, and then started my way to complete the gym challenges. As I'm going to be speeding through the start of this game until I get access to the underground, I'm going to skip over the parts of the playthrough for a little bit redundant. That being said, I do want to call this kid out for calling me a noob dickhead. We find the first gym leader smashing rocks because he moonlights as a miner or something, and then proceed to take our fighting fire monkey and run through his gym like a train. One punch, dead. Second punch, dead. Third punch, dead. Easy. We got our first gym badge and make our way to Eterna City. Along the way, we find this little girl whose father is locked inside Valley Windworks by spacemen, and this piques our interest. Enter Team Galactic, this game's bad guy team. This grunt's blocking our entrance to the work site, so we defeat him and then head inside, and we find a redhead who's one of Galactic's top brass. If I beat her, she says she'll leave. If I lose, she stays, which I think is reasonable. So we enter the battle, monkey go punch punch, we beat her, reunite the little girl with her dad, and then we continue on our way. As we enter the forest, we're introduced to Cheryl. She needs our help getting through because she's a wuss, so we help her through, expecting her to become a recurring character. Helped her through the forest, she thanks us, then goes on her way, and she's never seen again. Now, in Eterna City, the run can finally begin. We speak to the underground man who gives us an explorer kit so we can finally enter the darkness below, where we can start liberating Pokemon who are trapped down there. We drop down and it is in fact not dark, and the first gym leader is here to explain how the underground works. Okay. The way I'm going to work encounters underground is one encounter per room. Running into a room, running around that room, and the first Pokemon I run into or runs into me is the one that I catch for that room. I have over 70 encounter opportunities in the underground, so in the nature of liberation, when I run out of new encounters in a room, I can catch Dupes. But until then, Dupes clause is in effect. Our first catch is a Shellos. We then go and catch a Bidoof, little beaver guy, and this poor Shinx doesn't understand how rocks works, gets stuck, but eventually they also join the team. Now, the speedrun section of the game is over, so we can box our good friend Monkey, and I will explain the rules of the Nuzlocke, which will be in the description or also on screen. But first, we're going to catch this Lickitung, and then we're going to run into the trainer that I am most scared of to fight, Cynthia. I know she's the champion, I know she's scary as fuck, and I'm shitting myself for the champion fight already when the run has barely even started. She's renowned as one of the hardest champion fights, and I'm already brainstorming how to defeat her. Cue a catching montage though, Magnemite joins the team, and then we also get ourselves a Cypher. Whoop whoop, cut your boy. We're not going to let Bidoof evolve because his new water type isn't going to do well against the grass gym, and then Reed, the Lickitung, also evolves into a Licky Licky. Alright, Nuzlocke rules. Pokemon are Perma Death. If they get knocked out, I release them so that they can retire into the sunlight. No items in battle. Playing in set mode. Every Pokemon gets a nickname. If I white out, the run restarts. Extra details down below, and while you're there, drop a like and subscribe, please and thanks. So, we're at the second gym. We beat all the trainers, and these 5 legends are going to be the team to take down gym number 2, or the first real gym of the Nuzlocke. Now, for gym battles, I'm going to pass over voiceover duties to commentator Corn. Alright, welcome to gym number 2, a grass type specialist. She leads with Cherries and I lead with Zoro the Cypher. We jump straight into using 4 double teams to increase our longevity, and then with technician boosted wing attacks, we kill the Cherry, easy. We kill the turtle, easy. And then the scary fully evolved rolls a raid with a single wing attack, easy. It's a fucking joke of a gym. Back to you, narrator Corn. And with that deathless sweep, gym badge number 2 is ours for the take-in. Let's just hope that the rest of the gyms go that easy, hey? We add a Swinub to the team as well as a Zubat, and we're going to let our little Bidoof evolve into Big Barrel. Moving forward, I'm not going to show every Pokemon I catch or evolve. You'll see the important ones in battles, so it seems silly to make this video even longer. Now we can cut down trees. We're going to head into the suspicious building at the top of the town and find Team Galactic. We beat 3 different grunts, including a scientist, and then find another commander at the top, this time with purple hair. She's holding Pokemon and people hostage, which I can't say I'm a big fan of, so we battle her to put a stop to all that nonsense. She leads with Zubat and we lead with Reed, who proceeds to curl up into a ball and just roll out. The Zubat comes down. Out next is going to be Skunk Tank the Tank, lives a rollout, hits us with a flamethrower, poisons our big girl tongue right here, oh no, but then falls to another rollout. Team Galactic's top brass have not been hard to defeat, I'll be honest. How you help him run an evil organisation with level 20 Pokemon beats me. Anyway, she's going to run off, and then this balding man invites us back to his bike shop so he can thank us for saving him and the Pokemon. He then proceeds to give us a cool yellow bike, and we decide to head off to our next gym, which is the complete opposite side of the region. Along the way, we're going to bump into Dawn, who's going to give us some cool gadgets, which was really nice of her. We make our way through this mountain, bump into this geezer wearing Team Galactic drip, talking about how the world was different once, and a whole bunch of bad guy talk before he scurries along. We arrive in Hearthome City and meet gym leader number 5 at the contest tour, but we are not going to touch this playthrough at all. We then have a rival battle with Dirtman in the city. He leads with the regional bird, I lead with Zorro, but immediately switch out into Reed, who then comes in and takes a solid chunk of damage from Endeavour. The bird double teams, and then we miraculously hit a 90% accurate muddy water, drowning the bird. We then swap out into Magnemone so that he can fight his teenage penguin. We take a decent amount of damage from that bubble beam. It then sets up stealth rocks before we clap back with an electro ball that electrocutes the penguin into ash. Out next is going to be Ponyta the horse. So we swap out into our little sluggy Shelly, take a soft flame charge right here before that horse goes and uses agility. We smack back with a water pulse, which takes it deep into the red. Then the horse goes to lower the attack of our special attacking snail, and then bam, drowned horse. Out comes the bipedal rose, so we're going to swap back into Zorro so Shelly doesn't succumb to super effective incoming grass move. A wing attack later, dead roses. Boom. With that, Dirtman returns to the mountain and we continue on our way to the next gym in Veilstone City. We drag our feet to the farmer town and then we head underground to free some more Pokemon. Starting off with a Houndoom, we're also going to get a Badoo, and we also caught a Murkrow here, but I lost the footage for that somewhere. I don't know where it went. Continue on through the route, Betty Bat's mouth gets huge by turning into a Golbat, and our feet keep flip-flopping before we run into 2 potentially run-ending trainers. Ace Trainer Maya and Ace Trainer Dennis. Their Pokemon are stupid for this point in the game, and in a double battle format they are dangerous, so I take the easy route and I fight them one at a time to avoid any deaths. Don't have any yet, and I don't want to start killing Pokemon yet. As you can see, didn't even break a sweat. Played it safe, and Shelly Snail did a damn good job of spamming Ancient Powers on the Gyarados, even if we didn't get any of the Omni boosts that come with it. Blah. Dead Gyarados. We finally arrive in Veilstone City after crossing the entire fucking country, head to the gym and find Dawn outside. She wishes us good luck and tells us she's going shopping and our Pokedex is coming along. We've entered the fighting gym, beat up a bunch of black belts, do a daft puzzle, and gym free team is Aileen, Betty Bat, Bartholomew, Zorro, Scarlet, and Shelly. Over to you, commentator Corbin.
Alright, gym free is against the fighting specialist Maylene, a little girl. She leads with Meditity. We lead with Aileen, a quirky bird with a big personality and even bigger wings. One-shotting them meditating titties. Out comes the muscle man joke. He's going to try and wrangle that quirky bird into a grave. Aileen hits first with another wing attack, taking the roided up real man into the red. Aileen's too slick with the wings though and avoids the rock tomb. Maylene heals up with a potion to heal the man back to full, but it's futile. Aileen slaps with her left wing, she slaps with her right wing and KO! Out comes Lucario, a scary fighting dog who's taking out many competitors. Aileen hits with a weak wing attack and then disaster. Aileen is struck down. First death of the run to a sweet, beautiful bird, a memory sure to haunt C-Diddily forever. Out goes baby Scarlet, who is here as a support mom. She takes a screech sharply, lowering her defense and missing a stun stall. Blinded by rage, C-Diddily stays in, forgetting about the defense drop, only for another casualty to drain punch. 2 dead. Dragged from everything they've known for the promise of sunlight, only to be murdered. Unforgivable negligence. We send out Zorro, who gets the dog with a wing attack, taking it into the orange, taking a weak metal claw before Lucario's down with a final wing attack. With that, Gym Free is defeated, but not without unnecessary sacrifice. A grave lesson was learned.
With that, we have our third gym badge, but it's a hollow victory. We release Aileen, the quirky bird with a big personality, and we're also going to release our little bud, Scarlet, so they can live out their days in the sun and leave the gym with our head held low. Outside, we find Dawn, who has lost her Pokedex. Team Galactic stole it, she needs our help, so we go beat up some bad guys defeated, Pokedex back in Dawn's hand. Shelly enters her final form, and we can head off to our next gym battle. Trekking through routes after routes, we visit the beach. We then head to Pastoria City, the home of gym number 4. We go there immediately, then run about the gym, pressing buttons, doing the puzzles so we can get to the next gym leader, Mr. Crash Awake. This time, deathless though. For this battle, we will be taking Magnanimity, Zoro, Shelly, newcomer Scorps, Reed and Bartholomew. Over to you, commentator Corn.
Alright, Gym 4 is water specialist Crash Awake. If you couldn't tell by the water in the gym, he leads with Gyarados and we lead with Magnanimity. Battle starts off with the big boo boy crunching our magnets, doing minimal damage, but our defense does get lowered. And Electro Ball gets the one shot. What a showing from the magnificent trio. Out comes the big round boy Quagsire, whose part ground types are resistant to electricity, so we send out Reed, who takes a weak mud shot on entry before the Defense Coal rollout combo. For those who don't know, Defense Coal doubles the power of rollout if it's used for turn after. Reed takes another mud shot and gets her speed lowers, and then gets outsped the following turn, taking Nasty Skull that also gets to burn. Rollout misses, shocking luck. Shelly comes out and gets place of Reed, who then slurps up the skull before hitting back with a water pulse, getting the blobby fish down to 1 HP before Mr. Cheetah Wake heals up with a blobby fish with a super potion. Only for Shelly to send Quagsire to the depths. Out comes Wake's last Pokemon, the floating otter. Shelly takes reasonable damage from an ice fang before hitting back with a not very effective water pulse, but still does half HP. The floating otter eats a citrus berry, getting in the back a sizable chunk of HP. We take another ice fang before body slamming the otter in hopes of paralysis, which we get. Danger play staying in, but we then tank the bite and then crush the otter to death with one last body slam.
And with that, we get victory in our 4th gym, beating Mr. Wake and getting our next badge. Following the confidence boost of a deathless gym, I decide to head underground and free a Rolts from the dark before I then find a sketchy Team Galactic guy above ground who runs off just before Dirtman comes and forces me into a battle before we can chase for Spaceman. Dirtman then sends out a level 26 Starly. Bro, evolve your Pokemon. It dies, Teenage Penguin gets flattered, we send Zoro out with us some roses, and then we send out Miss Reed, who drowns a horse. Dirtman is then back off to the mountains, and we make haste in the Spaceman chase to the beach, to the hotel, and then to the forest, and then we fight. Anyone want to guess? I win. He still runs off. Something to do about a parcel for the lake. I don't know. I then find Cynthia stood there menacingly. She asks us for a favour, and of course, I can't refuse her. I don't want to suffer her wrath. So we take some secret medicine to give to some Psyducks, run back to Veilstone City to pick up Fly because we missed it, go and evolve our trio Magnanimity into a UFO magnet, give the Psyduck their medicines so they can unblock the path. Look at them. Look at those silly little guys. Look. Oh, he ran off the wrong way. Hey, silly little guy. And then she appears. Cynthia returns to ask another favour to drop off a charm to her grandma. I came all the way to heal the Psyduck only for you to be there anyway. Like, bitch, the fuck? Can't say no though, so we head back down to Pastoria City to get defogged so we can make our way through the next route easier. We go catch a silly little Bronzor and go and play errand boy for Champion Cynthia, travelling through a canyonous route before arriving in Celestic town. An old lady tells us the spaceman is trying to blow the town up, so we go speak to the galactic grunt who's threatening terrorism, which, well, we ain't a fan of terrorism in any form in this house, so we smack the dickhead about and then he runs off. Turns out the old lady that I was speaking to is actually Cynthia's grandma, so we give her the amulet and then go inside the cave and she gives us a history lesson. Long story short, 3 beings kept balance with the 1, so shit didn't go haywire. She then gave us a TM for surf so we can swim, but we got to get the gym badge number 5 first, so that's our next destination. Go get gym badge number 5 so we can swim and probably do something with that lore that we just learnt from the old lady. Upon leaving the cave, a dripped-out galactic man is stood there. His name is Cyrus. He talks about wanting to create a new world without pain or suffering. He remembers us from 10 minutes ago, and then decides to leave after his bad guy speech. We then go underground, find some new mons, free them from the darkness, an Absol, and then we also get ourselves a Medititi before flying off to Hawthorne City, I don't know. I head straight to the gym where I do a series of math challenges, deliberately getting the wrong so that I can battle trainers for easy USP before arriving at gym leader Fatina. We're going with Billy, Reed, Pender, Wally, Betty Bat and Notre. Over to you, commentator Corn.
Alrighty, Gym 5 with a contest expert and the ghost specialist Fantina. She leads off with the ghost flying type Driftblim and we lead with Billy the dark fire type Doggo. The blimp flies high in the sky, meaning our first attack does not connect, but after taking respectful damage from the fly attack, Billy hits back with Beat Up, a move that gets all your team members to jump the Pokemon you're fighting like a back alley robbing. After 6 hits from the team, the blimp pops a 1-hit KO, and out comes the classic Gen 1 Ghost Gengar. Billy then gets confused by a confuse roll, but manages to land a bite on the Gengar, who then eats a Colbur Berry, which weakens the damage of super effective type dark moves, so bite does minimal damage. Billy then gets swapped out for Pender, the Absol, who comes in on a nasty sludge bomb and gets poisoned. Oh no, it's not looking good for the natural disaster detector. Pender immediately gets switched out into the bell of Notre Dame Notre, who takes some slight shit damage from the fairy type Dazzling Gleam. Notre then gets confused by a Confuse Ray. Can he hit his extrasensory through confusion? Yes, he can! Knocking the OG Ghost out. Fantina sends in her last Pokemon, the witchy-looking Miss Magius, who disappears with Phantom Force. Whew. A Ghost-type move, meaning Heavy Slam misses. A Ghost-type move makes for a safe swap into our Licky Girl, Reed, who's a normal type, meaning she can't be affected by Ghost-type moves. Reed gets confused by a Confuse Ray, breaks through the confusion and lands a massive amount of damage using Knock Off, a super effective dark move that also does more damage if an item is knocked off the opponent. Cheetah Fantina has healed up to full. Reed has hit herself. We then take a Dazzling Gleam. Oh, can we hit ourselves? No. If we don't get a grip, this could be it for Reed. She takes another Dazzling Gleam and then breaks through, getting knockoff off, doing well over half health. We take another DG into the red, snap out of confusion, and then poof, like that, send her back to the graveyard. Another successful deathless gym.
And with that, Gym 5 badge is acquired. Upon leaving the gym, we bump into Cynthia, who thanks us for defending the town from Team Galactic and dropping off the old charm. I don't see why she couldn't have gone and delivered it to her elderly relative herself, but oh well. She concludes, spacemen, dangerous. They're going to be trouble. Recommends we go to the library in Canalave City, so that's exactly where we go. We fly to Jubilee, we head west to Canalave City, where Dirtman appears to take dirt from me. Ain't having that though, so we have a bridge battle that reminds me of my experiences in Gala. Dirtman leads with his finally of Staravia, but our good boy Billy takes him out easy peasy. Betty Batman handles the Heracross as well as taking on the Ponyta before Magnemone comes and takes down the Teenage Penguin and withers the Rose in a very Hop-inspired bridge battle, smidgen of a fraction. After the battle, Wally evolves into his graceful Guard of Wild form. He says something along the lines of, "You're the best trainer ever, I'm Dirt. Goodbye." We head underground and catch a Barboach, who is just a lame Mudkip, same gen and everything. Head into the gym, where we are going to go and set some Scorpions on fire. We're going to rust some metal snakes and take a health and safety risk elevator before standing in front of the gym leader. Our team is Billy, Reed, Pender, Wally, Fiona and Magnemone. Over to you, commentator Corn.
Alright, gym leader Byron, the steel type specialist and professional shovel holder, leads with Bronzor, pre-evolved form of our very own Notre Dame Bell. Billy takes lead here and proceeds to get the gang jumping, the floating disc with Beat Up, which just misses out on the kill, leaving it in the red. Bronzor sets up Trip Room, a move which reverses the turn order for 5 turns. Slowest Pokemon now moves first. Byron, the shovel lord, uses a full restore on Bronzor, while Billy uses Fire Spin to do just under half health. Swapping Billy out for Fiona, we come in to a Sandstorm setup, which is going to actually help us because we're part ground type. Fiona then takes a Confuse Ray before starting her journey with Power Up Punch, a move that boosts your attack by 1 stave. Bronzor heals to full again, but just gives us more time to get stat buffs off everyone else. Bronzor finally falls, leaving Fiona at over half HP, still in the green, and buff as fuck. Out comes Shovelman Steelix, who we foolishly didn't see as being able to take out our lovable blood. Fiona falls, and so does Morale. Reed then comes out and starts swinging in a blind rage, missing a Muddy Water before tanking a Gyro Ball. Looking in, Reed then hits a Muddy Water, bringing the Steel Serpent to 25 HP. Just then, another Sandstorm gets set up before Reed decides to clock in and drown that Steel Serpent with a Muddy Water. You did a very good job, Reed. We love you. The opposing Steelix faints, and then Bastiodon, the ace, comes out. We smack it with a knockoff Then Reed dodges. Oh, we love you. Flash cannon hits. We go down to just under half, and then we hit back with a muddy water. Doesn't do anywhere near enough, even though it's super effective. Bastiodon sets up with an iron defense, which isn't looking particularly good for us. Muddy water comes in, takes it down into the red. I knew you could do it. But the returning flash cannon brings Reed into the red. We decide to send in Billy so that we don't lose Reed to an unlucky muddy water miss. Billy avoids the flash cannon, hits back with a fine fang, which does very little damage due to defense races. Billy dodges a scary looking stone edge, then Billy uses fire spin and misses, and he has to take a nasty stone edge. This isn't looking good. Can't miss another fire spin though, right? Wrong. Stone edge hits. Billy goes down. Our good boy lost to a foolish play and bad RNG. Rest in peace, boy. Wally comes out and takes down the shield fossil with one hit.
And with that, we have gym badge number 6, but it's a hollow victory. We leave the gym with our head hung low, and outside, Dirtman tells us to go to the library. With a heavy heart, I release Billy, and then I release Fiona. More stupid mistakes and devastating losses. We head to the library at Dirtman's request. There I find Dawn and the Professor, and the 4 of us have a meeting in regards to the shit happening in the country. To summarise for you all, Rowan's specialty is evolution. The more you learn, the less you know. Some Pokemon evolve, some don't evolve, some do it in weird ways. Why don't legendary Pokemon evolve? As they are already perfect, can't you free go look at the lakes around the region where the legendary Pokemon live so I can learn more about evolution? We all agree to do it. Dirtman is going north, Dawn is heading west, I'm going east, then oh shit, fuck, an earthquake, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, that quick. Overreaction, maybe. Rowan's like, you're right. We all decide to leave the top floor of a building post-earthquake. We go outside, all of us gathered around when a sailor appears, and tells us some big stuff just happened, a big explosion at the lake. I'm going to, of course. Dirtman's instincts kick in, and he legs it as per usual to go check on his lake, and we all decide to go on our way to check on our designated lakes. En route, we stop underground to catch one of the most important mons of the late game, Relaxo the Munchlax. Arriving at the lake, we find that it's not very lake-like at all. The Magikarp are flopping about, the spacemen are everywhere, there are stairs already in this crater. Shit has gone wrong here, and Team Galactic are clearly to blame. We fight some grunts, and Betty Bat hits her final evolution through friendship. Crobat, sick. We enter a cave in the lake and find blue-haired commander that we fought in Eterna City, apparently. I don't remember that, but oh well. He challenges us to a battle, and then we decide to fight the domestic terrorist. Commander Saturn sends out Kadabra, and then we press 20 times speed and whiz through this battle. To summarise, Notre fights Kadabra, Penda fights Bronzor, and then Betty Bat comes in and takes out Toxicroak. Got the last hits on Bronzor and Kadabra, slow save battle, no deaths, easy win. He tells us that the spacemen are kidnapping the 3 legendary Pokemon who live in the lakes, and that he has been successful, and the other 2 commanders have already probably succeeded in their task. They don't know why Cyrus wants the legendary Pokemon, but he does. We immediately head over to Lake Verity, which is right by our hometown where we first met the Professor and Dawn. Upon arriving, the Professor begs us to help Dawn, and I mean, obviously we're going to do that. Why don't you do it? Wasteman behaviour, getting a child to do your work for you. We fought 4 spacemen and jumped right into a battle with Redhead Mars, who's beefing with Dawn. She remembers us and still holds a grudge from the start of the game and challenges us to a battle. Her Pokemon seem to be at full health, and that baffles me. Like, Dawn, what the fuck were you doing all this time? Anyway, whiz through in this battle. Betty Bat, Penda, Notre, and Horsey all pitch in to take down Mars. Much like Saturn, she's shocked that I beat her. She tells us that it doesn't matter though, as she's already got Mesprit, the other commanders got Uxie and Azelf, the 3 Lake Guardians have all been kidnapped, and the spacemen disappear. Rowan gives us props for taking the criminals on, considering I'm canonically a child in this game. We head north to help Dirtman, we get an evolution on the way, we then arrive in Snowport City, it's beautiful, we catch a snow run, we then also catch a Monkey 2.0, Horsey gets even bigger, Monkey evolves into Monkey, grows a new hand, and then we head into the gym so we can get gym badge number 7, completely forgetting about Dirtman. Poor guy, hope he's alright. Betty Bat, Magnanimity, Horsey, Wally, Notre, and Reed. Over to you, Commentator Corn.
Ooh, right. Ice Gym Leader Candice is up to the plate for our hero to melt. She sends out Snova, the grass ice type. Snova's ability, Snow Warning, sets up the hail. Betty Bat then starts off with a super effective cross poison. Get in the damn one shot! Whoop. Out comes Medicham. Psychic fighting type, Betty Bat hits with an air cutter and then gets hit with a nasty ice punch, taking us into the red. Obviously, we ain't leaving our Gale out there to die. especially not with the hail doing chip every single turn. We send out Wally, and Medicham uses a full restore, which is annoying as fuck, but oh well. Wally then uses Dazzling Gleam and completely annihilates Medicham. Out next comes the speedy little fucker Sneasel, so we swap into Horseytar. And we take a very soft metal claw, then Candace froze by setting up home claws, and then Horseytar goes one shot in the speedy little fucking claw into a puddle, and then out comes Candace's Ace of Bomber Snow, all for naught, dead. Easy win for our protagonist. Whoop, 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 no deaths.
And on that note, Gym Badge 7 acquired. Shit, Dirtman. I rock up to the late, too late. Jupiter got the late Guardian. Dirtman defeated physically, mentally, spiritually. He's going to get better. And now it's bad guy story time. Oh, so we find a car key, we then storm the headquarters, make our way to the top, we enter Cyrus's room, he then goes on a bad guy monologue, oh, you're really strong, I forced the late Pokemon to do the thing that I wanted to because I'm a bad guy, the world sucks, let me battle you, we then battle him, I won't show you because it's very similar to the final battle in like 2-3 minutes. He gives us a Master Ball because he doesn't need it, tells us where the legendary Pokemon are and where he's going to be, so we go rescue the legendary Pokemon, and then his commander's all like, we did the thing we wanted them to, and then go up a mountain. Here we are. So, top of the mountain, Cyrus's master plan unfolds, he summons the actual god of fucking time and then forces it to do his bidding so that he can remake the world in his own image, which is wild for a 27-year-old man to do. Anyway, we go to stop him, his commanders are like, nah, honey, you don't get close to the boss, and then Dirtman runs in, like, let's fuck these people up together, so we fuck these people up together. This is a really scary battle because his AI sucks sometimes, Dirtman's AI sucks sometimes. So, he pulls some weight, I pull more weight, we win, Dirtman heals us up, God of Time is all like, blah, 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 I don't want to do your bidding. The late Guardians come and they're like, whoa, let's save him. Mesprit's like, no, you're welcome. And then we fight Cyrus. We finally fight him. Cyrus starts with a Honchkrow, who Aileen should have been. We send in Magnanimity, who boom, one-shots for Fedora wearing bird. Gyarados comes out, we use Discharge for Serpent, eats a berry with harsh, super effective moves of electric moves, and we do half damage. It's all right. We'll just get him next turn. And then the unthinkable happened. Our UFO magnet gets hit by a super effective earthquake and meets their demise. I had no idea what was going to happen. And this is why you should reference documents in any boss style fight so that you can avoid really avoidable deaths. I lost one of our best team members to negligence again. I've been very disappointed with my performance a little bit, but we're still going. The Gyarados is finally dead. Crobat about to die. Zen headbutts, beautiful stuff. Weavile comes out, so we swap over to fake Mudkip on a weak aerial ace. Then it digs, so we press Earthquake. Earthquake does double damage to enemies in dig, so Weavile takes heavy damage but doesn't go down. We swap over to Betty Bat, so the dig is useless. We then swap back to fake Mudkip on another soft aerial ace. Cyrus, being the idiot he is, didn't learn. Digs, Earthquake, battle done. Big bad guy is taken down. He promises to one day become a god, then just disappears. Like, what the where the fuck are the police to apprehend this man? Officer Jenny, hello. Professor Rowan rocks up, is like, yo, is that God? Wonder why it's feeling. Looks like to me like he wants to battle this child I am partially responsible for. Go on, kid, fight the god who can warp time. So I fight the god, and instead of fighting it, I catch it in a Master Ball, and I'm going to put him in the box, and he will never be seen again. Rowan's like, real good job. You took down a criminal organization, police were nowhere around, well done. Then it's time to release Magnanimity, which I'm so gutted about because he was going to be in my Elite Four team. But unfortunately, we need to just keep moving. Goodbye. One gym left, so we arrive in Sunnyshaw City, home of the 8th gym leader. Red Afro Man is a member of the Elite Four and best friends with the 8th gym leader, who is sad because everyone's weak and he's strong. We then go and catch ourselves a Gibble, who will come back in a little bit. We then find the 8th gym leader, who's like, I'm sad, I want to die because everyone's weak. And then after some off-screen anime training, we get some cool evolutions. Munchlax evolves into Snorlax after friendship, and then New Manny evolves into Big Mammothswine. This is where the Dupes clause has come into effect because I've run out of new encounters in the underground, so I'm now just catching some duplicates and releasing the OG versions of them, so I only have one of them. Red Afro Mine is like, yo, good luck, go beat up my BFF so he isn't sad anymore, so that is exactly what we're going to go and do. And going into the battle, we have Notre, Snowy, New Manny, Roly, Nappy, and Relaxo. Over to you, commentator Corn.
All right, the last gym challenge is against Volkner, the electric type specialist. He starts the game off with Raichu, Pikachu's older brother, and the great bell of Notre Dame rings true for our underground heroes. Raichu immediately dips out with a Volt Tackle, which does about quarter damage on Notre. Out comes Ambipom. Now, every member of Volkness can be scary if given the opportunity to be, so Notre sets up a Light Scream to half all special attacks. Notre takes a weak Fake Out, but obviously gets flinched. Notre takes a weak double hit, but is now at about half HP and sets up a Reflect, so all damage by the gym leader is reduced by half, making our team very bulky. We take a puny amount of damage from Thunderbolt and hit back with a heavy slam, but misses out on the KO by a sliver of damage. The monkey gets healed back to full HP with a full restore just before we go big boy smash, only to get the monkey into the orange this time. However, it's only one more hit. Notre takes a last resort, a scary move with 130 power stab, and we shrug it off thanks to our steel typing high defense and reflect setup. We opt to take the monkey out of extra sentry, which then takes the monkey back to his ball. Out comes Raichu, so we send in good old reliable bestie Relaxo, who takes a soft Volt Tackle and then faces off against Octillery, the water type. Relaxo gets back to full HP with leftovers and takes a soft Octazooka and sets up Amnesia, which doubles our special defense, and then Light Screen is gonna wear off, so we're taking the same amount of damage now. We take a soft Aura Beam and then hit them with a Belly Drum, halving our HP but maxing our attack strat, making Relaxo the scariest motherfucker about. We get a little bit of HP back from leftovers, take a soft Octazooka, and then smack the red octopus with a flail. One shot in the thing. Raichu is back, and then we get done dirty with a critical hit, taking us into the red before Luxray comes out and lowers our attack to +5 with Intimidate. Doesn't stop the poor lion dog thing from getting obliterated with a stab strength. Being the red does mean that we got to swap poor Relaxo out so he does not die, making his sweep short-lived. We swap into Rody, who eats a charge beam and then survives on 1 HP after a surf due to his ability Sturdy before hitting back with an Earthquake. That Raichu's Shookaberry halves the damage of, leaving the rat with just a sliver of HP. Unfortunately, that means that Roly is gonna die, something that I had planned for. We press Explosion, hoping for maybe some reason that he gets it off, but a second serum drowns our Roly. We then send out Snowy, who takes a surf and takes the rat down with one last Ice Beam. Gym 8 completed it, mate.
And with that, the 8th gym badge acquired, we are one step closer to our goal of becoming the region's champion and using that power to bring positive change to the Pokemon trapped under the surface world. We sprint forward, full steam ahead, navigating our way through Victory Road, scaling waterfalls, climbing cliffs, and then scaling one last big boy waterfall, which brings us to the Pokemon League, where me and the team will become champions. We head underground, and having run out of new encounters, we have Billy point 2 to the team, and then we add a Bomber Snow/Snova to the team. We spend a day grinding levels and getting the team ready to challenge the league. Then Dirtman appears for one last battle, and we oblige for the last time. And for the last time, Dirtman leads with his bird, and I lead with Notre, our support mon for the E4. Emo Bird starts off with a close combat, and then we set up with Reflect, which is going to negate all the bird's physical moves. He then makes a very interesting choice and uses Rain Dance. Interesting, but alright. We then take him down to 1 HP with Heavy Slam, crushing those fragile bird bones. Only surviving because of a focus sass, Bellboy then takes another soft close combat, and we take down Staraptor with an extra sensory. Whoop whoop. Bird dead. Out comes Dirtman's very own Snorlax, and we hit him with a weak extra sensory, as Heavy Slam would do nothing as it's a weight-based move, and then take a super effective high horsepower in return. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but we're not prepared to risk it, so we swap out Bell for Nappy, who comes out into a yawn, giving us one turn until we fall asleep. We take that fat fuck out with a super effective physical high jump kit. Snorlax has surprisingly low defense, and then Nappy has pure power, doubling her attack stack. Nappy falls asleep, out comes Roserade. We stay asleep while the Rose sets up a grassy terrain, giving everyone health regen. Still asleep, Nappy takes a super effective Shadow Ball, but does just under half HP. Nappy then wakes up and shreds the Rose to pieces with a Psycho Cut, and then out comes Fire Horse Rapidash. So we swap out Nappy into Relaxo, who has the ability Thick Fat, halving fire damage. Snorlax avoids the incoming Mega Horn, and things are looking pretty sweet on our side of the battle. Definitely got the upper hand. Take a super weak Fire Weevil and clap back with a super effective Surf, which leaves the horse with a sliver of HP. Snorlax avoids another Mega Horn, again Power of Friendship shining through, and then we extinguish the Fire Horse. Out comes Empoleon, still water type adult Penguin Star. We take a weak Flash Cannon, get our special defense dropped, and hit back with Strength, which deals nothing. Not wanting to risk anything with the special defense drop, we swap into Notre, who is also built like a tank defensively. We take a really soft Grass Knot, which just tickles over into the orange, and then tragedy. The Penguin hits us with Brine and takes down our Bell. This completely took me by surprise and still don't understand how we lost our beloved Belle. So we send out Sharky Saver the Gibble, who we caught just before the 8th gym, who outspeeds, takes down the Penguin with an Earthquake, which we picked up the TM for while training. Heracross comes out and we hit them with a Dragon Claw, and it leaves it with just 1 HP before it sets up a Sword Dance, giving us the chance to clap back with one last Dragon Claw, giving us the final victory against Dirtman, albeit a sad victory with our beloved team member dead. Dirtman tells me I'm still better than him, runs off back to his dirt pile under the mountain, tells me not to lose. We release Notre and then spend a day training his replacement. I mean, this is it. This is the furthest I've ever got on a first attempt of a Nuzlocke. Fingers crossed. But me, Billy.2, Scorpy, a Bomber, Sharky Saver, Relaxo, and Nappy can win this on the first attempt. Let's go. Commentator Corn, over to you for this stretch, huh?
Thanks, C-Diddily. All right, viewer, welcome to the Elite Four, the pinnacle of Pokemon battling. 4 back-to-back battles and a champion fight. Up first is Aaron, the bug-type specialist. He leads with Dustox, and our heroes lead with Billy.2, the Houndoom. Starting the battle off strong with Billy using Flamethrower that one-shots the Flying Moth. First death of the Elite Four, and it ain't us. Out comes Heracross, the bug-fighting Beetle. Not willing to risk a fighting-type move, we swap out Billy for Nappy. Fighting-type move, prediction made correctly. We take a light brick break and then a Flame Wall procs telling us this is Guts Heracross. We take a heavy facade, but then strike back with a Psycho, getting the one-shot. Every hit so far has been a one-shot. Let's go, team. Out comes Beautyfly, and with Nappy being as low HP as she is, we swap out for Billy again. He comes in and takes a scrawny Shadow Ball before outspeeding and hitting with a Flamethrower. Yet again, taking the Butterfly out with one hit. Aaron sends out Vespi Queen. Billy spews out flames and another bug roasted to cinders, and with one shot. Now out comes Aaron's ace Pokemon, the Poison Dark type Drapion. We swap Billy out for Sharky Savior, who takes a light Earthquake. Boom. Then hits with a critical Night Slash, takes us just below half HP. Does it matter though? Sharky Boy claps back with an Earthquake, burying the pseudo bug, giving us a clean victory over the bug specialist. 1 attack per Pokemon, 0 deaths, on to round 2. Up next is Elite Four member number 2, birth of the old lady with a grounded approach to battling. Ba-dum-tsh. She specialises in ground types. She starts the battle off with our squidgy round boy, the water ground type Quagsire, and a bomber, the Bomber Snow, comes in for us, the challenger. A bomber's ability, Snow Warning, sets up the hail, and we the life out of Quagsire with a 4-time super effective Giga Drain, sucking the soul out of her. Our next is the fake ass Tree Pseudo Wudo, Menace in Johto, and a bomber sets up Aurora Veil, which is a reflect and light screen all in one, halving all damage for 7 turns thanks to the light clay item. Tree hits us with a super effective low kick, then we, you know how it goes. We then just miss out on the kill thanks to the berry that the Wishcash was holding, halving our super effective move. We then take a very, very soft bulldoze, but our speed falls. Gets buffed by the hail, unfortunately just doesn't get the kill. So Bertha heals back up to full, so we go for an Ice Punch in the hope that she wasn't going to heal before clapping back with a second, sinking the catfish. Out next is Golem, so we switch out Obama into Sharky Saver. Sharky avoids the incoming Stone Edge, which would have been serious damage to our Snowman. We crunch through a little bit of damage to break the Golem's sturdy ability before taking chip damage from an Earthquake. Sharky hits back with his own Earthquake, taking down the round board of rocks. Aurora Veil ends, and out comes the land Hippowdon with its ability to summon the sand, so we send out a bomber again to negate that weather with our own weather setter. We take a light Ice Fang, which could have possibly have killed Sharky. A bomber then claps back with a 100% accurate Blizzard and freezes the land Hippo where it stands, claiming the second victory. C-Diddily, Elite Four, 0 deaths, and good use for switching meant no casualties. Round 3 is met by a familiar face to the challenger, Red Afro Man Flint. Turns out he's a fire specialist, but I think dirty bullshit specialist would be a better specialism for him. He leads with Rapidash for Fire Horse, and our hero goes in guns a-blazing with Sharky Savior. Sharky immediately dodges the incoming Iron Tail before clapping back with a super effective Earthquake, burying the Fire Horse in the ground. Out next is his male Lopunny, who connects with a pretty weak high jump kick before being taken into the orange with Earthquake. Lopunny has leftovers to get a little bit of health back, and Sharky Savior is dozing off because this shit easy for him. Taking another light jump kick, Sharky grabs the bunny and cuts him in half with a Dragon Claw before throwing his corpse back into the Referapple Man. Out next is some bullshit, a Steelix with sheer force of life orb, taking the damage boost from Life Orb, but Sheer Force negating the damage, making this thing a hard-hitting Metal Snake of Fear. An Earthquake has done decent damage on the Snake before we avoided an Iron Tail. Flint uses a full restore. We've hit back with an Earthquake, and the Snake goes down. Out comes Drifloon, the support Pokemon, who uses Will-O-Wisp off the bat and gives us a burn. We came prepared, though, and Sharky eats a Raspberry to get rid of the burn and claps back with a crunch, but just misses out on the kill. Drifloon eats a Citrus Berry and gets a chunk of HP back. It uses another Will-O-Wisp and burns Sharky before we finish off the balloon with a crunch. Now, this thing had Minimize and Baton Pass, which could have been scary. What with Flint's last Pokemon being Infernape, it would have dodged everything and then just hit my team with close combat. Speaking of, Sharky takes a hard close combat but leaves him in the red. Then the Sharky smacks the monkey with an Earthquake that leaves him with 1 HP thanks to a focus ban. We then take a little bit of chip damage, leaving him susceptible to what we in the business would call dead as fuck. So we swap out Nappy in Sharky's place, who takes a weak Mark Punch, followed by a Fire Punch, which also then gets the burn. But it doesn't really matter, because Infernape is on 1 HP, Psycho Cut connects, and Son Goku has a long old map, meaning Elite Four number 3 has been defeated, and we move on to our last member of the Elite Four, still deathless and running through these Elite Trainers like those guys ran through Piper Perry. Lost Elite Four, lost Elite Four. This is make or break for Nuzlocke. Can we get to the champion fight by being the strongest member of the Elite Four? Me and the Underground are here to pave way for liberation, and this is the penultimate battle. The last E4 member is Lucian, the psychic specialist. Man's dripped out and sends out Pokemon's creepiest predator, Mr. Mime. We start off with a Sludge Bomb, which is super effective move, Baby does half. The creepy man on Sex Up Reflect, and then we hit with another Sludge Bomb that leaves Mr. Mime with just a slimmer. We take about a third damage from Dazzling Gleam, and the actual man gets sprayed with healing juice that gets him back to full health. We hit with another Sludge Bomb, then another, getting the real man back into the red real quick and poisoning it. We take another Dazzling Gleam, putting Scorpion in the red as well. We know we outspeed, so hit back with another Sludge Bomb. The very real man goes down, and we are left with a sliver of HP, forcing us to switch. Lucian then proceeds to send out his very own Nappy, so we swap into Sharky Savior, who takes a high jump kick and gets knocked into the red. We outspeed and hit with another Earthquake, which only does half. Then Ice Punch hits, killing Sharky Savior. We did 50%. That reflects the very real man set up at the beginning, and me forgetting killed our Savior. Is this run over? I don't know. We send out Billy and use Shadow Ball. Vengeance killing Medicham. Then Reflect wears off. Fuck. Out next is Giraffe Rig, so we opt to use Crunch. Shadow Ball won't hit the normal type Giraffe. Crunch leaves the Giraffe with a sliver of HP, and it sets up a Life Scream. Giraffe has been healed back up to full. We hit back with a Crunch, leaving it with just enough HP to not die, and then with another Crunch, the Giraffe is dead. Alakazam is out now, and Billy is still full HP. We take a Shockwave, and forgetting about Light Screen, we use Shadow Ball, doing very little damage. We take another Shockwave, taking us to just under half HP. We won't survive a critical hit, but set up a nasty plot, and Light Screen wears off. We wait, and a Shockwave leaves us barely alive, and then clap back with a Shadow Ball of our own. There is hope that the run might not end. Our last Pokemon to beat is a Bronzong. We use Flamethrower, and the Bronzong melts away, and the Elite Four is all defeated. Every single Elite Four member is defeated. All that's left is for champion. All that's left is for champion. Let's go. There is hope. We make our way to her chamber, remembering everyone we lost along the way. Sharky Savior, OG Billy, Magnemone, Notre, Roly, Fiona, Scarlet and Ailey. Your sacrifices for the liberation of the underground won't be forgotten. Relaxo, Billy, Point 2, Nappy, Obama and Scorpy. They will defeat Cynthia and bring about change. Today we make history. Today we win for the fallen and the ones trapped in darkness, because we now know without a doubt that Kingdom Hearts, the underground is light. Cynthia leads with Spirit Tomb, the Ghost Dark type, and we lead with Relaxo. And Relaxo knows what must be done. We start off using Amnesia, buffing our special defense, and then take a tiny amount of damage from Dark Pulse. Leftovers gets us basically back to full HP. Cynthia then uses Sucker Punch, which is a move that moves first if you attack, but it fails because we use Amnesia again. Special defense +4 and back to full health. Another failed Sucker Punch because we now go for a workup. And another workup. And another. And another. And another. And another. And then use amnesia just for good measure. Psychic does barely any damage, and then leftovers gets us basically to full HP. With max attack, special attack and special defense, we use surf and spirit tomb goes to the red. It then snacks on a citrus berry, getting back to about half. We then take another puny psychic. Cynthia recalls spirit tomb and then sends out Gastrodon. So it slurps up Relaxo's surf. We then use 6+ attack, stab strength and steamroll the slug. Cynthia then sends out Lucario and then throws by using nasty plot. So we hit back with a surf, which is gonna one-shot the Lucario with a 6+ special attack. A scary threat to our normal type that is now dead. Out next is Roserade. It uses Sludge Bomb, which unfortunately gets a crit, doing about half damage on Relaxo. We clap back with a strength, which withers the last Roserade of the playthrough. Spirit 2 comes back. We use work up to test up how much leftovers will heal up. It's only like 2 extra HP, so we drown the odd keystone with a surf. Out next is Milotic, which we are going to fuck up immediately with strength. Boom. The penultimate Pokemon is dead. Out next and out last is Cynthia's Ace, her last Pokemon. Can Relaxo 1v6 sweep? The sweep of the run is upon us. Will we survive a hit from Garchomp and let Strength take down the strongest Pokemon that we have faced so far? Cynthia throws. Garchomp uses Sword Dance, upping his attack and speed, which is usually scary, but Relaxo being 6+ with a stab strength will take it down in one hit. And it does! Relaxo sweeps the champion fight. Relaxo individually takes down the scariest trainer of the run. Look at that health bar, 0 HP. Garchomp fainted. Much nicer seeing the enemy Garchomp faint than Sharky Savior, but Champion Cynthia is defeated. All the loss, the hard work and our dreams are about to be paid off. We're now the region's champion. We can finally fulfill our goal of setting the underground free, liberating all those Pokemon who have never seen the sunlight, implementing change for the better of Pokemon, allowing the underground to be fully accessible for all. No more darkness. We are liberators. We make change. We are champions.
Thank you for following me on this journey of liberation. This is my first successful Nuzlocke, and it wasn't a flawless run. I made silly mistakes, and I mean Pokemon died unnecessarily, but for the first time after like 3 different unsuccessful Nuzlockes I've tried in the past, I've finished one, and on my first attempt, no doubt. Woo! I am so gassed on this accomplishment. It seems silly to be like, oh, like I completed something, I'm proud. It's only a video game, but Pokemon's something that's been a part of my life, my entire existence, and I'm glad I got to share this experience with you guys, the viewer. Thank you for watching to the end. If you got this far, please like the video, drop a comment and press subscribe. It's free and it helps support the growth of this channel, and I will be doing more stuff in the future because I love Pokemon, and I'll be honest, this is a lot more fun than I ever anticipated it to be when I first started doing this stuff. As I said previously in a different video, which you can watch, I'll probably be linked at the end card title. Support your favorite creators because so much work goes into this. This script is like 10,000 words long, and I threw some extra stuff in. So let's give it up for our champion team. Relaxo, the Snorlax, Billy Point 2 the Houndoom, Nappy the Medicham, Obama the Obama Snow, Scorpy the Drapion, and the Dead Sharky Saviour the Garchomp. I've been C-Diddily. You've been a fantastic viewer. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Support the media you love in any way you can, and I will see you next time on a new Pokemon adventure. Goodbye. Much love. Peace out. Like, subscribe, comment if you like to, that is, obviously.